What's going on, guys? The day is almost upon us. We got about 48 hours until Upper Deck Series 1 comes out. It's been so long since we've had product. So to all you guys who like to rip boxes, I'm excited for you. And I'll stick to buying my singles. But Series 1, you guys know who the chase cards are. You got Trevor Zegras in this. You got Cole Caulfield. Spencer Knight, I'm pretty sure will command a good dollar. But that's not what we're going to do here. We're going to take a look at 5 guys. So I've gone through the whole checklist, and there's a lot of guys who are over 24 years old. You have a decent amount of goalies. Not sure if it's proportional to past series, but anyways, you have lots of guys who I didn't really have to look at. AHLers, they're 25, 26 years old. I'm not really going to look too much into those guys, but I picked out 5 guys who I think may have some upside. We'll see what happens, but these are 5 sleeper-ish. A couple of them, maybe not so much. You'll know their names, and a couple I don't think you will know their names. But we're going to look for 5 guys that maybe we can get some value. Maybe, we can buy them in the summer for really cheap and flip them come next season if they can crack the roster. But let's take a look at those 5 guys. First guy we're going to talk briefly about, guys, is Tyce Thompson. Tyce Thompson's a 22-year-old with the New Jersey Devils. He was drafted in the 4th round, born in Calgary, Alberta. He has 30 goals in 59 games played in his last two seasons for Providence College. He has 4 goals and 7 points in the AHL this season. So pretty good numbers there. You want to see guys scoring. Small sample, obviously. 2 NHL games played, no points, and unfortunately, looks like he suffered an injury and may not be back this season. I went through all these guys and I watched video on all of them, as I like to do. I just enjoy doing it. So, in the video, made some notes. He's a good shooter. He looks like a shoot first guy. Certainly not scared to shoot that puck. His skating needs a little bit of work. His skating was lackluster. Didn't look overly speedy. But, as Brian Burke says, you can teach skating, you can't teach goal scoring. So, overlook that slightly. But Thompson, I'd expect to be a low dollar guy, a micro pickup in this series. And who knows, maybe we could pick him up, make a little flip there. But take a look for Tyce Thompson. And remember, guys, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know if I'm missing anyone from this list. And this list, by the way, is in no particular order. I don't have them ranked 5 to 1. I just have, 5 guys who I picked out who I don't think are gonna be at the top of people's minds. So next guy we're gonna move into Cole Lind. Cole Lind, 23-year-old, now with the Seattle Kraken, was with the Canucks. He was drafted 2nd round there, born in Swift Current, another Canadian boy. Scored 69 goals in 128 games played for Kelowna in the dub. He has 1 point in 11 NHL games played. He has 16 goals and 17 assists, 33 points in 42 games played for Charlotte this year, Charlotte Checkers in the AHL. And he's a good skater, good shooter. He's got really good hands. Everything you'd expect from a kid who can score a goal. So another guy who's likely a low dollar pickup. If you're a Vancouver fan, you probably know Cole Lind's name. I know Vancouver fans were pretty excited about the kid. Hasn't panned out. He's 23, but who knows? Cole Lind gets a shot. Kraken probably a better spot where he could get into the roster and possibly get some ice time, but we'll see. Watch out for Cole Lind. Next guy we're going to take a look at, guys, Tanner Jeannot. Tanner Jeannot for the Nashville Predators. Most of you have probably heard about him, an outsider for possibly the Calder. He's got 59 goals over his final 2 seasons in Moose Jaw, but he is 24 years old. He's got 5 goals in 15 games played last season. He's a good skater, decent speed. He has a real nose for the net, so he'll get to those dirty areas. He's not an outside shooter. At 24, turning 25, though, a little bit less desirable for me. But depending on the price, could be one of those guys who sees a little bit of volatility, and volatility is good to trade on, whether it's hockey cards, equities, what have you. So he could be a little bit of a higher priced young gun just because of production. I wouldn't be paying a higher dollar for him, but Tanner Jeannot, he's going to score, and we'll see what happens, see if an opportunity comes up with him. Next guy we'll talk about is Shane Pinto for the Ottawa Senators. He's gotten a little bit of hype. If you're an Ottawa Senators fan, you certainly know who Shane Pinto is. Even if you're not, if you follow hockey, generally speaking, Shane Pinto, one of those prospects for Ottawa. He was born in Franklin Square, New York, 2nd round pick by the Sens. He's a good shooter, strong skater. He's got speed. He's got good hands on the rush too, which I noticed a lot of goals in off the rush, which is something, and finishing them, which is something maybe Formenton, doesn't have. Shane Pinto seems to have that. He has 15 goals in 28 games played last year at UND, which is just south of where I am here in Winnipeg. He has 1 goal in 8 games one goal and 8 points in 17 games played for Ottawa. He's 21. He's young, so he could certainly fit in with Sens, help them out. But price is going to be a factor with Pinto. You're going to want to watch. Not sure if this is going to be a summer trade. Certainly when the product comes out, I think he's going to be overpriced. So don't be paying those ridiculous prices. I'll mention that right now. These guys are going to come out at an astronomical price. If you haven't seen my videos before, please take this away from it. These cards are going to come out. I don't know I didn't look at what Cole Caulfield was selling at, pre-selling at. It might be around $300. Same with Trevor Zegras. I wouldn't be paying that price. These prices always come down from their original release, so don't rush out to buy these guys if you plan on holding them for any amount of time. Summertime will likely be a better time, with guys like Zegras and Caulfield. They're not making the playoffs, so those prices tend to fall off relatively quick once their season is done, and their season is done. There's an argument for Zegras, I guess. We'll see. Anaheim got a lot of work to do there, though. So that is Shane Pinto. Last guy we're going to talk about is Joe Veleno. Excuse me. Joe Veleno is 22 years old for Detroit Red Wings, Montreal, Quebec kid. So you Montrealers are familiar with Joe Veleno, or if you watch World Juniors, Joe Veleno, you've seen him there as well. He was picked first round, 30th overall by Detroit. His highlights were with Malmo last season, and he's got really good hands, a lot of speed. He had 42 goals in 59 games his final year of junior, which was with Drummondville. He has 5 goals, 4 assists in the NHL over 37 games played, so not spectacular, but he's got 5 goals. He just turned 23, and we'll have to see what his price comes out at. I know the pre-sales, I think, we're at about $24. I'm not paying that for Joe Veleno, but Joe Veleno is a guy who could slot into that young Detroit team, and who knows, just another guy I'm going to be keeping my eye on, but pretty exciting game by him. So hit that like button, subscribe, guys. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your rips. Good luck with it. I'm Lapper Flips, LAPP3030_flips on Instagram. Check ya.